To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million.
They say no one is safe from the spotlight, but this time, the glare is blinding. Imagine waking up to headlines with your name splashed across them. Not for an epic career win, but for a scandal no one saw coming. Shannon Sharpe, NFL legend, TV star, and master of the viral soundbite, is suddenly at the center of a storm that just won't quit. Leaked audio, a jaw-dropping $50 million lawsuit, and accusations that threaten to rip apart his entire reputation. Is this the moment that finally takes Shay Shay down? Or is it just the latest messy chapter in the high-stakes game of fame, fortune, and fallout? Either way, the truth is about to get a lot messier, and nobody is walking away clean. It started with a name nobody recognized and a dollar amount nobody could ignore. Jane Doe walked into the legal spotlight with a lawsuit so explosive it sent social media into meltdown mode overnight. She wasn't asking for an apology or even a public statement. She wanted $50 million, and she claimed she had the receipts to back it up. According to her, the story began like a script from a Hollywood romance. Chance meeting at an LA gym in 2023. Flirtatious texts, a situationship that felt like harmless fun. But by the end of 2024, the plot twisted into something much darker. Suddenly, what started as playful became possessive. She says Sharpe crossed lines no one should cross, turning consent into control, and those lines, she insisted, were crossed more than once. Her legal backup, Tony Busby, a name that sends chills through anyone who's followed celebrity scandals. This is the same attorney who's gone toe-to-toe with some of the most powerful men in the industry, including Diddy. With him on board, this wasn't some random cash grab. This was war waged in the public eye, with every detail designed to make headlines and every word calculated for maximum damage. But the plot was about to twist again, and what happened next would catch everyone off guard. Shannon Sharpe wasn't about to fade quietly into scandal. Within hours, he fired back, not just with statements, but with receipts. Gone was the anonymity of Jane Doe. He put a name and a face to his accuser. Gabriela Zuniga, just 21 years old. Sharpe didn't just deny the allegations. He called the whole thing a setup, blasting Tony Busby as a serial headline chaser who targets black men in the spotlight. He insisted the encounter was consensual, pointing to a flood of texts and screenshots that painted a very different story. One where flirtation, agreement, and explicit conversations flowed freely. Sharpe's version? This wasn't a case of power and coercion. It was a situation being weaponized after the fact, orchestrated for a payday rather than justice. But his defense didn't stop at text. Sharpe's team pushed back hard, highlighting the age gap and the motives behind the accusation, all while trying to flip the narrative. Was this really about wrongdoing, or was it about chasing a big public bag? The tension thickened, and just as the public started picking sides, another curveball was about to drop. One that would turn online debate into a full-on digital inferno. Or yes, as the debate started to cool, the story reignited with one tap of a play button. Gabriela released a voice recording that threw gasoline on the fire, and suddenly, it wasn't just about accusations, it was about proof, or at least the appearance of it. In the leaked clip, a man alleged to be Sharpe could be heard making threats that no one expected, including a chilling promise to put his hands around her neck the next time they met. The internet froze, then erupted. For some, the audio was a smoking gun, a moment of honesty that shattered any hope of Sharpe clearing his name. For others, it was a setup, a carefully crafted trap meant to force a narrative and land a big settlement. Social media sleuths replayed the audio, hunting for clues, questioning the context, and dissecting every word. Was this a real threat, or the two of them acting out a fantasy that went sideways? Memes, hot takes, and wild theories spread faster than the facts. Suddenly, the whole situation was bigger than Sharpe or his accuser. It became a cultural flashpoint where everyone felt the need to pick a side, and the truth got harder to see by the hour. But if you thought the drama stopped at audio, think again. The internet was only getting started, and what happened next took the chaos to another level. Within hours, the internet split into warring factions. Some rallied to Sharpe's defense, convinced he was being targeted for his fame and fortune, while others were quick to label him guilty before any judge even heard the case. Twitter threads, TikTok duets, and Instagram stories blew up with hot takes, each side more convinced than the last that they had it all figured out. Old interviews were clipped and circulated, turning every offhand comment from Sharpe into fresh fuel for the fire. But it wasn't just about Sharpe and Gabriella anymore. The conversation got personal. Black women online dropped painting nail emojis by the thousands, making it clear they were tired of seeing high-profile black men tangled up with much younger non-black women, only to come running back for support when things go south. Memes mocked the age gap, some calling it grandpa energy, while others poked at the fantasy versus reality divide between celebrity and real life. For every fan who said he's being set up, there was another asking, why is a 56-year-old even talking to a 21-year-old? In the middle of it all, Sharpe's reputation was morphing in real time. Every new rumor, every text leak, every snarky comment became part of the story, and the frenzy only grew. But social media is quick to move on. And just when it looked like the fire might die down, a new set of questions and bigger doubts started to take shape. This wasn't just a tabloid mess. It was a reflection of something much bigger. Scandals like this go viral for a reason. Fame magnifies every detail, and the internet is ruthless when it comes to picking apart the lives of celebrities. The age gap between Sharpe and Gabriella became a talking point all its own, stirring up debates about power dynamics, motives, and the fine line between private choices and public consequences. For Sharpe, decades of building a legendary reputation seemed to hang in the balance with every new headline. Questions started bubbling up beyond just guilt or innocence. Why do these stories keep repeating themselves? Why do powerful men chase risky relationships knowing the cost could be everything they've worked for? Some argued it was just another example of how celebrity creates its own set of rules and then tears them down in an instant. Others pointed to the changing landscape where the court of public opinion moves faster than any judge and the price of fame is never truly paid in full. For fans and critics alike, it became about more than just two people. It was about how easily everything can unravel when private lives become public battlegrounds. And with every hour, more layers were added. Speculation about what really happened, old wounds reopened, and a growing sense that the whole truth might never come out. But the real shock was still around the corner as new rumors began to swirl and everyone wondered, what's the next move in this game? Just when it seemed like every angle had been covered, new theories started popping up faster than anyone could track. Was the lawsuit really about justice or just another grab for cash? Was Sharpe the victim of a well-planned setup, or did he finally push his luck too far? For every claim, there was a counterclaim. Fans analyzed deleted messages, body language from old interviews, even the timing of the lawsuit itself, hunting for clues that might flip the whole story. Legal experts weighed in on talk shows, arguing about whether Gabriella's case would hold up or if Sharpe's legal team would turn the tables and countersue. Meanwhile, rumors of more leaks and secret recordings swirled online, with some saying even bigger bombshells could be just around the corner. Everyone wondered who else might be dragged into the mess. Would other names surface? Would old scandals come back to haunt him? Or would this all fizzle out as just another internet spectacle? One thing was clear, nobody knew how this was going to end, least of all Sharpe or his accuser. With every new twist, the stakes got higher and the drama only grew. And as the case edged closer to court, fans and haters alike were glued to their screens, waiting for the next shoe to drop. But beneath the rumors and headlines, there was still one big question left hanging in the air, one that cuts to the heart of celebrity in the social media age. And when the dust finally settles, this won't just be another headline lost in the scroll. The Shannon Sharpe scandal has become a mirror, reflecting the wild reality of modern fame, how quickly fortunes can turn, and how one private mistake or public accusation can wipe out years of legacy in a matter of days. It's a lesson in how power, money, and attention collide in the digital age, where the truth often gets buried under speculation and everyone is a judge with a Wi-Fi connection. As the story continues to unfold, it's impossible to say who will come out on top or if there will ever be a winner at all. What's certain is that the line between personal life and public spectacle has never been thinner. And no one, no matter how successful or beloved, is immune to being exposed, cancelled, or turned into a meme overnight. The real shock isn't just in what's been revealed so far, but in how quickly we all move on, hungry for the next scandal before this one even has a chance to fade. So, is this the scandal that finally topples a legend, or just the latest chapter in a world that's always looking for someone new to take down? The answer might not come today or even tomorrow, but one thing's for sure, in the age of viral fame, anyone can become the story, and nobody knows what's coming next.